What is up, thrill seekers? Today I am reviewing Griffon, which is a dive coaster at Busch Gardens Williamsburg. So before I get into my overall thoughts. So before I get into my overall thoughts of the coasters, let's look at the stats. So of course, like I said, this is a dive coaster made by B&M, and it has a max height of 205 feet tall, with also a drop of 205 feet. The max speed for this is the max speed for this coaster is 71 miles an hour, and it is the second fastest dive coaster, just behind Valravn at Cedar Point. But yeah, it's pretty fast. So now let's look at the theming. The theming for this coaster isn't too great. They have the sign out front, and that's really about it. The whole station building is pretty generic. There's really no theming like whatsoever. The color scheme I don't really think makes sense. I guess the Griffon is like a bird, but I've never really heard of it. I guess it's a mythical bird or something like that, which, oh wow, we haven't heard that before. Mythical bird. Yeah, so theming isn't really great, but definitely the ride experience makes up for it. So, without further ado, let's take a look at the POV. So your experience on Griffon starts out with the floor dropping out from under you, the gates in front of you opening up, and you taking a right-hand 180-degree turn out of the station to the chain lift. This is a floorless dive coaster, so your feet dangle. I do not think I actually mentioned that, but yeah, so you start ascending the 205-foot lift hill, just staring straight up. Once you reach the top of the chain lift, you take another right-hand turn around, and get to the little hang part. Of course, this is the element that makes a dive coaster. So you get to the holding brake and you hang over the drop for about 5-ish seconds before getting released and plummeting down the 90-degree straight down drop under the bridge and into a giant Immelman loop. From there, you swing around and come up into the mid-course brake run, which slows you down pretty much completely, and then you go down into another drop into a second Immelman loop. You go over a mini little airtime hill, I guess, into the splashdown element, which is super cool to look at, and then kind of just meander your way back to the ending brake run. So this ride is pretty short, as you just saw from the POV. There's not really too much that happens. It's basically the first drop into the Immelman loop, and then meanders into the mid-course, then down to a second Immelman, goes over a little hill, and the splashdown, which is pretty cool, and then goes into the brake run. So, like I said, not really a long ride at all, but it definitely is short and sweet. So for my overall thoughts, I definitely give this coaster I'd say 8 out of 10. It's definitely not relentless the whole way through, like I said with Twisted Timbers, but it's definitely a good ride. Lots of people say that it is a one-trick pony, and really all these dive coasters, yes, they are one-trick ponies, but in my opinion, they are really, really good tricks. I really like them. Like you take Top Thrill Dragster for example, that's also a one-trick pony, but it's an amazing trick, so everybody thinks it's like an amazing ride. That's kind of dive coasters for me. I think it's a really good trick, so I still think that they are really good rides. Of course, I would have liked maybe a dive loop like you see on Valraven or something like that instead of the second Immelman after the MCBR, but you know what you get is what you get. So yeah, overall, this is a pretty good ride. Definitely like 8 out of 10, I think I already said that, but yeah, it's a good ride and definitely not worth passing up if you ever go to Busch Gardens Williamsburg. So with that, I will see you all next time. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment your thoughts down below to see, do you like this ride or do you not like this ride? I want to know. Anyways guys, I will see you all next time. Peace.